What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Morbid 5 Rides. I'm your host, Morbid Mopars. Today, I thought it was time to introduce our next revival. We are currently waiting on parts for BMW Bill's R1200C motorcycle. So that's on hold. I can't go any farther with it. I've got it as far as I can go until I get a few parts. So, waiting on parts on that. Time to start on this. This car came out of the same warehouse as the 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator, who many people argue it's not an Eliminator, and it might not be. And I really don't give a shit either way if it is or not. It has a lot of Eliminator parts on it, so it got titled Eliminator. Anyway, this car sat in a warehouse in Baltimore for roughly 25 years. And unfortunately, that warehouse had some water issues, and the floor was damp and wet sometimes, so it's got some rust. The guy who owns this is the same gentleman who operates the private antique car junkyard / collection of antique cars that I did a quick walkthrough of. His request for me is to make it start and move. Doesn't have to stop. He does not want to put any money into brake parts to make it stop. We just want to make it run and move and market it and move it on. It's a 394 speed. Got a Ford 9-inch. It's an open 9-inch rear. Don't know the ratio. Some buddies of mine and I are already buffing on the green paint on the trunk. We got it to shine. Had to do it. It was a must. Just absolutely had to happen. Rear window's just sitting in the car. Let's see what's in the trunk. All right. We have a grill, a tail light for the tail light that's missing the lens, the red oxide PPG paint that's on the car, mirror, super coil, looks like some headlight bezels, an extra dash, yeah, strut tower metal maybe, not sure. Yeah, interior trim, nuts, bolts, junk, more interior trim, 4-barrel intake, and a headlight and some headlight buckets. And down there it looks like there's some external trim too. I wonder if the windshield trim's in here. Somebody took the windshield out of this car. My buddy, when he put this in that warehouse in Baltimore, he owned the building, and then he sold a portion of the building off to this other guy with, my buddy still having rights to certain sections of the building. Well, this other guy he sold the building to, even though there was, a written agreement that was legal, that was done through lawyers, locked my buddy out of this building, and there was a lot of vintage Mopars, Lincolns, a couple Fords, and Volkswagens in that building, including but not limited to an AAR Cuda, a couple Cuda convertibles, and what else is in there? I don't even remember. Anyway, this dude locked him out of the building. He was locked out of it for roughly 25 years. Dude sold a bunch of my friend's parts and a couple of his cars. And unfortunately, my friend didn't have the money to fight him up until recently, and he got some of his stuff back. A well-known Mopar guru who should and shall remain unnamed went in there knowing it was my friend's stuff and bought it off the guy who locked my friend out of this building. So anyway, back to this car. Goal is make it run, doesn't have to stop, and we're going to market it. Hopefully it sells. He has a price in mind he wants to get for it, and we're going to reinvest the money from this car into the next couple from the junkyard. Do the same with them, so on and so forth. Here's a shot of her face. She's not very pretty at the moment. And also, this car is originally a bench seat car. Those ended up being missing, and my friend Lynn went and found some error correct bucket seats for the car. Kind of cool. I already started rubbing on the chrome in here. Shifter's been shined up. I started polishing on the lower rim of the steering wheel. And now to the 390. 2-barrel flavor. Carburetor's just sitting on there. We're missing some linkage parts. I already started mocking up it kind of half-assed with parts that were already laying under the hood on the intake manifold. It is not correct, but it should work for what we need it to do. Points are crusty. What else did I see under here? Oh, I already started doing some electrical diag. The solenoid's got 12 volts going out, but it's not reaching the starter. So I need to replace that starter wire that goes from the solenoid to the starter. The owner also requested I pull the plugs and spray seafoam deep creep down all the cylinders before I turn the motor over. It is not tight, thank goodness. And he supplied me with some new plugs, new wires. I have that super coil in the trunk he wants me to try just to make it run. I'm going to pull the carb and clean that up. And if we're lucky, we might have a cooling system, although it looks like we probably won't. You probably can't see it. Oh, yeah, you can. It's a little wet down there. So, yeah, this is the next project for the channel, guys. We're just going to make her run and move. Maybe possibly stop if it doesn't take too much work. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.